All right, on you.
That saved our ass last time. Boom. What's up, guys? Next up, Fifth Podcast. Coach Stanley here, and
Coach Lester.
Coach Matt.
we're a person short today. Austin cannot be here today, but we're going to keep it rolling. So today we're just going to talk about training myths. Okay, so we're going to kind of split this up in two different things. We're going to kind of go into, there are some, I don't want to hurt people's feelings, but excuses. So we're going to talk about excuses, really. So, but we can split them in two categories as far as like former injury excuses versus you're not doing what you need to do, or you're making excuses why you can't do something as far as like timing. So let's crack into this right now.
I know one thing that stands out to me. I'm gonna try to target maybe specifics real quick. So like when someone say like I'm too old, that's a big one for me, because there's no such thing as too old to exercise. Exercise can benefit anybody and everybody. I know some people like, well, I got heart disease. Well, guess what? Exercise, it will actually be good for you. I have joint pain. Well, guess what? Strengthening up the muscles around your joints might reduce your joint pain. I'm scared I'm going to break a bone. Well, guess what? Exercise and strength training specifically strengthens bones. So, the excuse of I'm too old just to me isn't really even a good one if you actually dig down and think about it.
Yeah. The older you get,
No, you're good.
The older you get, the more you need to exercise. So if you're saying you're too old, somebody try to come in. If you're saying you're too old, then obviously that's not a good excuse. So osteoporosis, you're losing bone density. What do you have to do? Some people are like drink milk. No, no. Like you have to strengthen those. You have to strengthen those muscles. You have to strengthen those bones. What is usually the biggest tool that helps you strengthen your bones? Strength training, not cardio. Strength training. And I'm not talking about somebody that's 70 years old need to go squat 135. No, there's a reason why they make 0.5 to whatever dumbbell sets that are out there. You start where you need to be. All right. I remember being younger, and Conway Hospital, or it's called Conway Medical Center now. Conway Medical Center had a gym there too. And I remember used to going in there every morning, and it would be like all of the older patients that either had physical therapy stuff that they need to do, or just older people that's just trying to keep that, like they already had an open heart surgery or they already had something else, but they know they needed to keep doing something to keep themselves out of the hospital in the future. So,
Kind of piggyback off both that, like they were both saying, kind of with the age thing. It doesn't matter. Just make your workout to you. Like you said, if you got to start with lighter weights, start with lighter weights. If you're 7 years old, you're not going to keep with a 20-year-old. So maybe you can in 5-6 months, but off the rip, you can. So make your workout to you, where you're at, your abilities, and what you can handle to start. And as you get better, make you stronger, then we can get you caught up.
Yeah, because strength training is more than just bench press and squat. Like there's so many variations in exercises you can do to build strength and build like bone density. So when people think about going to a gym, all they think about is the big lifts. Well, how about let's start you with some smaller lifts, and if you ever get to the bigger lifts, great. If you don't, still you're doing something, you're doing good. Like as long as you get to the gym. Like just to go back to another excuse, like I know a lot of people like I'm disabled. To me, again, if you get you a coach or do some sort of legit research, or get someone that knows what they're doing that can help you design a program for you, you can work around any kind of disability. Right. So again, that's not like a legitimate reason why you shouldn't be exercising, because again, it could be more of a reason to exercise so you can strengthen up other aspects, like other parts of your body, or even the part of your body that is disabled, so you can just function.
What I'm teaching a lot of people, or what we're teaching a lot of people, and look at our previous podcast, body weight training. All right. If you're somebody that is a beginner and needs to do strength training, start with your body weight. If you can't move your body weight, properly, what makes you think you're going to be able to move a dumbbell or a barbell properly? And that's kind of going to go into the next thing. Like, people be like, oh, I got bad knees. I got this. I got that. Well, okay. So not everybody is in this category of I have the bad knees, or I got a bum elbow, bum shoulder, this and this and that. But if your injury is caused by improper movements in the gym, then you're one of the people that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
All right. So I look at a lot of stuff like, say, like Squat University on Instagram, and there's a lot of other physical therapists out there. My brother's a physical therapist and at Professional Rehab here in Myrtle Beach. But I mean, like, you have to look at the improper movements that you have. So one bad thing is, though, if you're having knee problems when you're squatting, look at your tibial rotation. All right. A lot of people don't understand how to squat. You probably don't use the proper shoes. Even with me, like if I'm doing I'm doing like because I'm an Olympic weightlifter, so I'm doing like a socks press with the snatch grip. I still have to put plates underneath my feet, even with my Olympic weightlifting shoes on. Okay, because that is going to allow me to get more flexible, because I have to still work on my ankle mobility. All right, the better my ankle mobility will be, the better is for easier is for me to drop into the bottom of the hole, and I can stabilize that weight overhead. Okay, so a lot of times every other day I'm doing the socks press with the snatch grip. I'm working on that mobility, and I'm working on pressing that bar behind my head and staying in that bottom position as low as I can be. Pretty much trying to get my butt all the way down to the platform and press that barbell up and stay upright the whole time. So if you're one of those people that are like, oh, man, back in my day, I would have been this, and this, and I can't squat like that now because you're making excuses, okay? Mm-hmm. Probably part of the reason why your knee hurts the most now is because you have gained more weight, because not everybody's the same size they were in high school. You gained more weight. You did probably injure something back then, but you never helped it out. And when you have excess weight that your body's not supposed to have, it bears on that problem. And you never fixed it, so you're constantly keep messing it up. That's why a lot of times you're like, oh, man, every time the weather changes, my knee hurts. Because the injury never went away. You just kind of like you understood how to cope with it rather than try to fix it. Shots, by the way, people that like to go, I'm just going to go get a cortisone shot. Like I said, I'm not talking about everybody, because I know there are some people with situations where you're bone on bone. We're not talking about you guys, because those are different situations that have happened. You probably tore a ligament that you probably couldn't repair, or you got cartilage that is gone. I played with athletes that were 19 years old, 20 years old, and had no cartilage in their knees. Like, it happens. We're not talking about you type of guys. We're just talking about the ones that injured themselves doing something improperly and never tried to work on fixing it.
Yeah, we're talking more about just
the excuses.
General people, like not legitimate injuries and stuff. And even when you have legitimate injuries, like, we're still saying you can still work out, but we'll have to work around it. We're talking about the people that are trying to make an excuse for not to work out.
Yeah. I heard a philosophy back from my old coach or my old boss, Coach Spear, when we was at Georgia Southern. He said if you had no arms and no legs, you can still do neck and abs.
Yep.
So what's your excuse?
That's true.
You can always do some kind of work. Like I said, the coach is here. I don't know if you're working out with us or not, but if you have a coach, your coach should be able to modify any workout to work around your injury if you have one, or any kind of soreness that you get from a certain motion. And he should be able to fix the way you're doing your lift to do the proper form so that it doesn't hurt you in the long run. You should be able to fix it now.
Yes.
If you're working with somebody that is so-called certified, because there's so many different certifications out there, and I have my views on which certifications are actually valid and which ones aren't, but we're not going to, that's a totally different podcast. But if you are working with a coach and you say that you can't do something and they can't pop off the fly a modification, get a new coach.
Yeah.
Because they have no idea what they're talking about.
They don't.
There are so many exercises out there. I have a regular size piece of paper that you like, printing paper, full of exercises.
Yeah.
That is my whole exercise library, and it's not typed in 12 font. It's like 8, and that whole thing is full in 3 columns. All right, so like that is like my whole exercise library, and I just know when I look at something or when I'm seeing a certain movement, if I see a knee twisting out, like I said, like the tibial rotation, I am quick on it, and I know how to adjust. I was always big with biomechanics anyway, so
Yeah.
I love that type of stuff. So I love the movement of the body, kinesiology, and all that other type of stuff. So like that type of stuff is what we're doing is injury prevention. So if you already had an injury, we're going to prevent you from doing that same injury again, but we got to help you to get back to zero.
Yeah. And so I know, like earlier I said, either get you a coach, do like your own research. And I notice I hesitated a little bit when I said do your own research because that's iffy. Like
Stay off of Wikipedia.
Yeah,
yes, because the right kind of research would be hard for just the normal person to do. So I strongly suggest going to get a coach, even if it ain't one of us. Make sure you go get you a good coach, like that knows what they're doing. Again, a piece of paper don't always mean you know what you're doing. You got to feel that coach out and see if their intentions are good or whether they're just there to collect a check or whatever it is they're trying to do. You need to feel them out and actually maybe even compare them to someone else, like, and see who you like more. Like, make sure you find a coach that is willing to work with you, knows what they're talking about, and is actually getting stuff done for you.
And off that real quick, while you're on the coach thing, just coaches have coaches. Like all of us here, we could be lifting in here, and Sandoval could tell me I'm doing something wrong.
Oh, we all coach
Or
each other.
Lester could see me doing something wrong, or I could look at them and be like, all right, well, I can see that wrong. But meanwhile, I'm doing that same thing in my lift, and I just can't see it. Like,
yeah, we all coach each other.
coaches
so
need coaches, so
coaching is important from that standpoint. Like everyone needs, like even if you look at professional athletes, like they have their own personal coaches outside of their team coach. So real quick, I'm gonna jump to something else real quick. We'll come back to adults later, but I want to jump to kids real quick. So, because I know a lot of people make excuses of why their kids shouldn't work out or why their kids shouldn't strength train. Just to jump to another myth real quick so we can bust this one. A lot of people say, oh, I don't want my kid strength training because it's going to stunt their growth. All right, we're going to go ahead and cut that one real quick. First off, strength training actually promotes growth in bones, in muscles. It promotes growth. So the fact that you think it's going to stop your kids from growing is just outrageous.
Hold on, put a pin right there. For those of you that think that, how tall are you? How tall is your spouse or sperm donor? Whatever. It's 2020. But think about this. If neither one of y'all are 6'4", stop thinking your child's going to be 6'4". Okay? There is like a 1 in 4 chance that they're going to be completely taller than both of y'all.
Yeah.
But usually they're going to be in between or about the same as you. So that's also box right there.
Yeah, strength training or not, like growth is genetics. Like that's legit it. Like growth, how tall you get is genetic. So regardless of whether you strength train or not, that's not going to change. So kids definitely need to be exercising.
yeah.
So I know another reason why people say kids shouldn't exercise is they get enough exercise at school. How do you know that? Like, are you there at school
They're
with
pretty
them?
much taking PE out of school.
Yeah, like they're taking that out. Like, I mean, not all kids run around at recess. Like, how do you know your kids are getting enough exercise at school? So, again, when they're home, maybe make them join a gym. Let them join a gym with you. Kids need to be exercising just as much as adults do.
And like it's 2020, guys. Like, I guarantee if you were to walk into a school, not a single kid, well, I'm not gonna say that a single, but a few, but most kids aren't gonna be talking to each other. They're gonna be sitting in the corners playing on their cell phones or playing on their iPads or sitting at a computer. It's not like it was when we were all younger,
Yeah,
and you were outside all the time, or even when you're home. Make your kids go outside and play. Don't let them sit inside and play on the Xbox or PlayStation or whatever other gaming consoles. I don't know. I don't game.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you, but.
But yeah, kids need to definitely do strength training. And so where that came from, I'm give you kind of like an origin. And I've heard this a long time ago. This was a study that they did in Western Europe and Asia countries. So when you look at the height of people that are in those countries, they're not as tall as us over here in America.
Yeah.
So that study was done a long time ago, and it was talking about strength training, stunting growths, and all this other stuff. So they never did it. you want to also understand why we get beat by other countries in America in the Olympics, is because we don't start them out early like other countries do. Now, I'm not saying we need to send our kids to training camps like we sit here and judge them and be like, you're going to be a librarian, you're going to be an Olympian, you're going to be... No, like, I'm not talking about, like, that type of dictatorship type stuff. But, I mean, like, if your kid wants structure, if your kid wants to learn how to compete, if your kid wants to learn there's going to be some ups and downs, they have to figure out how to get through it, strength training is a good start. Playing sports is a good start. Learning how to just move the body weight. I'm not telling, like, when we usually train, like, young kids, they're learning how to move their body weight first. See how that keeps coming back. Like, I mean, it's the same thing from adults, because when you're the youngest, like, if you look at a baby can always get in a perfect squat at all the time.
It's beautiful.
Perfect squat all the time. Somewhere along the lines, as we get older, we get stiffer because we don't think about we need to do stretching. We don't think about, and I'm not saying we got to go all into it where, like, oh, he needs to do this for his ankles. He needs to do this. Like, it's not that serious at that point. But those type of things we don't think about anymore. So, like, as the older we get, when you don't do something, if all you're going to do and you end up at a desk job and you're, like, hunched over and you're doing this type of stuff, you know, like, that's why. Because the older we get, we don't do something that we used to do. When we're kids, we're moving around. We're constantly jumping off of something. We're constantly climbing something. Somewhere along the lines, we stop doing that type of stuff, so our bodies adjust to what we're doing. We're adjust to just going, you know, one way, going up, down, sitting wise, or walking straight forward and backwards or sideways. Like, that's it. Like, the body doesn't know to do anything else.
Yeah. So that's enough about kids, because most kids don't really make their own decisions anyway. Like, at least not by themselves. Most parents are the ones controlling what the kids do. So it's really up to you to kind of get the kids moving in the right direction. So we're going to jump back to the grown adults that actually make their own decisions. So one thing I kind of want to talk about too is not necessarily myths on strength training itself, but myths about just being in a gym and being around people that work out and stuff like that. So I know one myth that people, when they trying to get into fitness, they always think about is, well, all y'all eat is protein and salads. Well, I mean, Santuan kind of touched on this last podcast. Like, it's not always salad. Like, I mean, I like to eat. I'm just saying, like, I really like to eat, and I'm not about to sit here. And mind you, do I eat salad? Yes, I eat salad. But I also like salad, so that's why I eat salad. But I eat a lot of other foods, too. So I wouldn't be able to function. I wouldn't be able to stick to my diet if all I was eating was salad. And is protein important to hit? Yes, it's very important to hit. But at the same time, I also eat my carbs and I eat my fats, because those are very important to hit as well. So it's not, and Matt can maybe elaborate on this a little bit more, being the nutrition coach and all, but it's not just protein and salad.
Yeah, and just off of that real quick, everybody is different. Like, you'll hear me say it all the time. I can't make a nutrition plan for Lester. That's going to work for me. I can't make it for Santuan. That's going to work for Lester. It's not going to happen. They may be close because they're kind of got the same build and they're going for the same goals, both lifting kind of the same, both with the same kind of workout routine. So they may be close, but it's not going to be exact. And then, like, male, females, normally going to be different. Me, I'm trying to gain weight, which is opposite of what most people try to do. So your diet is all going to go based around what your goals are and how you want to get there. Is protein important to reach your goals? Yes. But like Lester was saying, you don't got to eat just salads and protein. You can eat the foods you enjoy, like we said last week on the podcast, and work it into your diet. That way you can maintain and stick to your diet and not fall off and bail out. Off of that real quick, I'm going to throw another one out there. People say, like, one of the myths is, I'm going to do a severe calorie cut and I'm going to drop lots of weight. Hell no, that's not going to work. It may
caloric deficit.
I'll say you may drop weight for 3 days, but the second you put another thing of food in your body, you're going to gain it right back. Those extreme diets don't work.
And the main reason they don't work is because they're not maintainable. Like, you cut that many calories out of your diet, you're going to be so hungry, you're just going to overdo it the next time you start back to eating. So you're going to gain whatever you lost right back anyway.
To tie in another myth that actually goes with this, And another excuse that I hear sometimes, okay, I'm going to start with you as soon as I get my diet together. Okay.
They kind of go hand in hand.
Like there's no, I need to go lose 10 pounds before I actually start working out. You're probably going to lose those 10 pounds a lot faster if you start working out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, so they like Matt said, they go hand in hand. There's no waiting to lose a certain amount of weight and then go to start your workout plan. Do it at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
It actually helps you keep yourself accountable too, because let's say you've been eating right all day. Next thing you know, you like, well, I really want to skip the gym today, but you like, well, I've been eating right, so I might as well go ahead and go to the gym. Or let's say you do your workouts in the morning. You go to the gym that morning, and you like, well, I really want to eat this whole pizza, but I just went and worked out. Let me do the right thing and eat clean today. Mm-hmm. It'll help you keep yourself accountable by doing both together.
Another myth to go off of that. So we just keep adding stuff to it. So this one, I don't like eating the same thing over and over, or eating clean is boring, or
now listen, you can eat clean and have it taste delicious,
right?
Delicious.
Like you can get creative with your food. I mean, like I may eat the same items, but it's not the same meal.
No,
I change it up. I change my vegetables. I change the way I'm going to do rice. Sometimes I, add a little bit of soy sauce on there. Add a little bit of hot sauce. Change the flavor, change the seasoning.
I'm about to say seasoning go a long way, y'all.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you can do just about anything you want with seasoning to make stuff taste completely different, and it's the same item.
If you don't know how to season your food, find one of your Southern friends.
We can help you. I promise.
If your seasoning only goes
now
to
be careful about the Southern people because they use a lot of butter in their seasonings.
I can't believe it's not butter, not real butter. I can't believe it's not butter. But I mean, like, if your seasoning range is salt and pepper, go sit down. All right, that's the reason why it's boring.
Fix that.
If you don't know how to cook a steak, and if it's anything more than medium rare, go sit down. You have to learn these different things. So,
I mean, just to keep it on subject of boring, another myth is, well, I don't want to get stuck in a boring routine. Again, I hate to
Get
do this.
Get yourself a good coach.
Get a coach. Get a good coach. I mean,
Can't say it
it's
enough.
our job, like, to keep you enthusiastic about your workouts, because I tell you, you can listen to us talk up here. We get enthusiastic about our workouts much more than we even get enthusiastic about talking about it.
Yeah. I mean, like right now we got a free 28-day fitness challenge, and I'm challenging you guys to do it. Like we're literally giving it away for free. 28 days. All right, you finish that 28 days, you're gonna be wanting to do more. Okay, and then we'll customize it for you. That's all. You're starting off with a free month of training for a month. A free month of training, and you can do it all on your own at your house, or you can call us and we'll Venmo, or not Venmo, we'll Zoom call you. I'm not Venmo you.
Right now, we're Venmo nobody.
That ain't me.
There's so many different apps and stuff I got to run right now. It's crazy. But I mean, like this, these workouts. I mean, like we don't do the same workouts over and over. I mean, even with the Zoom calls, like it does get kind of repetitive because we're doing a lot of at-home workouts. I found ways to mash up a lot of the workouts to where it may be the same exercises, but it ain't going to be the same total workout that whole day.
Nope.
Yeah.
We keep changing it. Keep it exciting. Keep looking for something new. Add tempo. Add a different element. Pick up your child. I don't know. Whatever. Like that. I mean, like that.
They think you're playing.
There goes another.
They love it.
I can't work out because of my kids. Make them join you.
They need it.
Like
They
anything,
need
you
it.
can do this stuff at home. I mean, like I'm not telling you guys to go to a gym. Like I get it. Like especially during this pandemic time, like it has come to a point that gyms are may be obsolete in the future because so many people have been productive like us, getting started with these home gyms and getting started with doing at-home workouts. Some people may just stay at home. And it is what it is. It's been like that for years. There's a reason why Beachbody still makes all the money that they make off their different videos with Sean T, with hip hop abs and T25. Like I watched a commercial the other day. I didn't realize he had like 8 different videos out. Like I don't even see these commercials anymore because I don't have cable. But I mean, or Who else? In P90X. P90X
Yeah.
has not changed in years. It's the same freaking video they sell.
Same. Yeah, same.
That shows it works.
It works,
This stuff
yeah.
works if you do it. How bad do you want it?
Yeah. So, again, let's go another myth. One thing, sometimes people come to the gym and they start up because they got one part of their body they don't like. Oh, I'm going to lose my stomach. I'm going to lose my flabby arms. Or I'm going to lose my hips. Like, I'm sorry to tell you this. You're not about to just lose in one part of your body.
Can I lose my stomach but keep my butt?
No. Like,
If your butt is mostly jelly,
you ain't keeping
Ain't
it.
keeping it.
It's gone. Like, what you can do is lose the percent of body fat and grow the muscle in your butt. And guess what? When you grow the muscle in your butt, it pushes it right back on up. That you can do. You can grow the muscle, but if you talking about just losing body fat, you're going to lose
and
body fat everywhere.
We ain't talking about like a bodybuilder muscle, but like it
No,
looks
no.
like you can actually see the muscles coming through the skin and all that. No. We ain't talking about that. Like you seen these girls all of a sudden they do their transformations and like, ooh, grew my booty in like 6 months. Da da da. Yeah, whatever. Like honestly, all you did was add more muscle to probably some of the body fat that's back there.
Yeah,
You're
not
that's all
gonna-
we're talking about.
Yeah, you're not going to lose all of the fat that's back there. So the fat that stays back there, when you grow the muscle's going to push the fat out a little bit, and there go your hips and your butt done came right back. Your butt, that you wanted, done came right back.
We're boots,
So-
we're butt men. Anyway, so but to add to that, when you think about it, okay, so females have more essential fat than males.
Correct.
Okay, so with that being said, there are some areas that aren't going to completely go away. Now, there are situations where there's some people that are like, oh man, I've lost my breast, I've lost my butt, I've lost my legs, and it's probably because that goes to the fact that when you everybody is probably not the size that they should be.
Yeah.
If you gained a lot of weight over a short period of time,
It's gonna go by.
it's gonna go bye-bye. That's gonna be the first thing to go bye-bye.
Later.
If you are a type of person that lost the weight really fast, not doing it properly by doing all these diet pills or fit teas, putting on your waist trainer, which nothing wrong with waist trainers and stuff like that. I'm just saying if you did certain things improperly, you're probably gonna lose a lot of that stuff, really fast. So you just got to make sure you do it properly, do it healthily. That's not even a word. What the hell? Do it healthy wise, okay? So just stay healthy.
Another myth kind of keep rolling like off of each other is the number on the scale is all that matters.
Yeah.
Like that's a bunch of crap.
Yeah.
Because
a
like
bunch of crap.
I've met people where the scale will say 120 when they start their training, and the scale will say 118 when they finish their training 6 months later. But the side by side pictures, 110% drastic change.
yeah.
Like it's ridiculous. The number on the scale is just the number on the scale.
That's why we do the 7-site skin fold. Sorry, I didn't mean to-
Correct. No, you good.
That's why I know there's other things out there that there's different ways to find out where your body fat is. A lot of people don't do this one anymore, but the buoyancy, doing the underwater weighing, doing the electro. What is it?
Electro is, yeah.
I can't remember.
We all drawing blanks.
Yeah, I can't remember the abbreviation for it, but like, best way to describe it to you. Okay, so a lot of ways now there are scales that will tell you your body fat. So that's the
Yes.
electrode one, where pretty much it's
Goes
just an
to the
electric
water in
wave
your
that it just measures the water in your body. So if you have to pee and you haven't peed yet, you will find out you have a lower body fat when you step on that scale. When you go pee, you'll see you have a heavier body fat.
Yep.
Because it travels through water a lot faster.
Yep.
So you have to be careful with that. They won't tell you that on the instructions, I'm pretty sure. But so if you're weighing yourself in the mornings, use the breast room first. All right, use it, then weigh yourself. And then obviously the highest of high is the DEXA, which I forgot about the bod pod. The bod pod's there, and then you got the DEXA. The DEXA is the whole body scan, which I think now some gyms have the in-body one that is pretty much a lower version of a DEXA. So it's going to give you your percentages by an X-ray screen that is actually pretty close. And it will tell you exactly where you hold most of your body fat at the whole for a full body scan. So that's the type of stuff,
Yeah. Another myth. I don't think we hit this one yet. So a lot of people think when you exercise, that means you can, the rest of the day, you can do whatever you want. You can eat whatever you want. I've earned this meal. Like, no, let's just keep it 100 real quick.
No.
A workout is only going to burn 300 to 500 calories depending on the intensity of it. And I mean, when I say 300 to 500, I'm probably closer to 3, because those 500 calorie workouts are for those intense workouts. Most of them are going to be hovering around 300 calories. So if you go eat one cookie, that 300 calorie workout is gone. You just kind of messed that all up. So
say that my workout yesterday, my workouts are probably are really pretty high intensity. Even when it's like only 2 reps or 1 rep or something like that. But I'm completely drenched by the time I finish my workouts. But his mom made a red velvet cake.
Yeah.
I ate my dinner. It was nice. I had my brown rice. I had my squash and zucchini. I had my salmon. I was all good. But late at night, sometimes I get a sweet tooth. And I was like, you know what? I got some cake in there. I cut me a nice slice of that red velvet cake, and I might as well just wash my whole workout out the way.
It's gone. It's gone. And I mean, yeah, sometimes it's okay.
Not saying it's bad to not do that once in a while,
Yeah.
but don't do it every day. I mean,
just
what do you
can't
do
make
that?
it every day.
Once in a while.
Yeah.
Like, it's not an
once in a while.
everyday thing.
I'm not a big time cake eater. I mean, you can ask my girlfriend, my parents, and stuff like that. They buy me cakes for my birthday. I eat a couple slices out of it, and
My
that
family
cake
stopped
probably
buying cakes for my birthday because I won't eat them.
Yeah, that cake will probably still be in my fridge until April. My birthday's in February. Like that's the type of person I am.
Trash.
Now like Welch's gummies, the fruit snacks. I eat those every once in a while. But I do get a sweet tooth. I like a Reese's every once in a while. Yeah. But it's called balance. You gotta
have balance.
You gotta have balance.
You can't deprive yourself of anything, but you don't want to overdo it. Every day, that's overdoing it. Once a week, you're fine.
Well, like we're saying, don't be miserable. If you have a sweet tooth, and you get one every night, don't make yourself miserable by never having anything sweet.
Right.
If you want to have a Reese's cup or a piece of cake once every 2 weeks, it's not going to ruin your entire goal.
Oh yeah.
It may set you back for that day or the day after, depending on how big of a piece of cake you eat. But
on Fridays, so like I don't work out on Fridays because I work out Monday through Thursday, Friday off, really heavy on Saturday, and then Sunday off. So Friday night, sometimes I eat a pizza. Not a whole pizza by myself. I can't even eat a whole pizza by myself. But like I'll eat probably about half of a large. I'm talking about a large now. So probably I guess I can eat a whole medium. But so like you can I add up more calories on those days.
Yeah, sometimes you have to enjoy yourself. Like you got to go out and say, all right, I know I've been really good, but I'm just gonna go. This meal is mine. This meal is mine. So sometimes you have to do that just to kind of go into the next one. Like you also can't try and count, like when you can't do what you want after exercise either. Like you can't count mowing the lawn as exercise. You can't count housework as exercise. I mean, yes, you get in a good sweat and all of that stuff, but it's not the same. Like you can't count that kind of stuff as your exercise.
Nope. Using your Apple Watch and putting it on outside walk.
Like that's just like another one. But one of the last ones I want to hit is a lot of people think when it comes to people that coach or people that go to the gym all the time, like they think they're always motivated. That's not the case. I'm sorry. Like, are we like when it comes to coaching? Yes.
yes.
When it comes to us training ourselves, no. Like, we don't come in every single day like, yeah, I'm going to kill this workout. This workout's mine. Some days we come in, we don't want to do it either. But guess what?
You come in here and stuff feels heavy as hell.
Stuff feels heavy.
Heavy.
Like, okay, so take today for instance. So I worked out right before we did this podcast, and starting out like this morning, I was sore. I had to, I had to get some ibuprofen in my system. Like my body is getting worn through this training cycle, but it's doing me. I'm seeing a lot of good stuff from it, but my body is getting worn out. So it's like just got to take care of your body. Just got to rest, recover.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you gotta take a me day, or I guess they call it technically Mental Health Day.
Yeah.
You gotta take that time. Not every day is gonna feel like the best time to train, but sometimes you gotta pull it out of yourself because you gotta know, like, if you gotta keep in the back of your mind, all right, if I skip today, will it get me closer to my goal? Or do I have another day to make up for this day? So, like, if I was to skip today, that means I don't no longer get Friday off. That means I'm going to have to sit here and train Wednesday through Saturday. And Saturday is usually a big, heavy single day. So I got to do a heavy single snatch, heavy single clean and jerk, and possibly maybe something around 90%, 80 to 90% on back squat. So, like, I'm going to need that Friday off. So I have to look at it. I'm like, all right, I got to push through it. I got to go.
Yeah.
And usually by the time you start moving, if you're
good.
really motivated, you don't even feel that pain anymore.
No.
You might feel it as soon as you're done.
Yeah.
Like I did as soon as I sat down. That's why I've been sitting over here chugging this water because my leg is like starting to like pulsate. I'm about to cramp up. But I mean, like even I would take it even further than that. So building this gym back in December, or actually, I mean, technically like November, December. I was in like a 2-month slump. Trying to put this gym together, it was like day and night for like 2 weeks straight, and then we finally got it open, and we were still working on it once we had it, like, did a soft opening. And it was, people be like, you working out today? Nah. I might do a couple things here and there. I moved some equipment around today, I guess I can count that, and it took me a while to really get back into training like I needed to. But now that I'm on, and like it's like a light, and I'm like, all right, I got a goal to hit. I'm going.
Yeah, so like we're saying, like it's not gonna be the best every single day. So you got to find ways to keep yourself into it. So 2 of the biggest ways is I'm gonna go right back to this one. Get you a coach that's gonna hold you accountable. That's just a big way to do it. Just finding you a coach that's gonna hold you accountable. 2, get a accountability partner. Get someone that's gonna work out with you. Like if you got someone
every day we're in here. The same time working out.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah.
Like, if you got that person that's working out with you, it makes it a lot better.
The atmosphere, the camaraderie, everything. Like, if somebody needs to call you, let's keep PG. If somebody needs to call you a B word or something like that, just get you motivated, hey, let me know.
I mean, you come in here and you'll see the same 5 or 6 guys in here and you'll hear us laughing.
Yes.
Like, laughing our asses off. But at the same time, we're making fun of somebody else who did something dumb.
You need a little
Like-
swift kick in the pants.
Sometimes you got to have that friend that's going to tell you, get your ass up and come on, let's go to the gym. Like, you got to have that friend.
Uh-huh.
That's
Stop
just what
bullshit. Let's go.
Turn, if you have to, turn your hype music on. Let's go.
I'm telling you.
Whatever gets you hype. If it's country, I don't care if it's if it's rap, if
Whatever
it's
turns you up.
90s, whatever. If it's Frank Sinatra, I don't care.
I'm telling you.
Like and I said
Frank?
Frank Sinatra because I mean, like, if you know something like the fighters, like most fighters that go into the ring, they're listening to classical music. Why? Because it calms their nerves down.
Yep.
It doesn't get them so hyped up.
Uh-huh.
I'm a type of person like that. I don't need to be so hyped up before I start working out. But once I'm on, I'm on.
Yeah.
But to get in there, I'm just slow, and it takes me 30 minutes to warm up. Like I'm like moving through the motions, getting warmed up. But once I touch that barbell on the first bar movement, it's go time. Let's go. Turn it up. Let's go.
See, and me, I'm a little different. Like, I'm all hype. Like, I'm bouncing around the gym, especially when I'm hype. I'm bouncing around the gym.
No, he starts in the car on the way over here.
Yeah,
Like,
because listen,
serious hype.
I can be in a bad mood. Next thing you know, I turn on me a good song. I'm bouncing. I'm feeling it. I get to the gym. I'm no longer in a bad mood. I'm ready to crush my workout.
And say for me, like I'm a little bit of hype like y'all, but not as bad. I don't think as long I don't warm up really like ever, but let's be real, I don't do that. But
We trying to fix that, by the way, because we coach warming up.
Yeah.
well, I do. I just don't.
trying
We
to
did a
fix-
whole podcast
I don't
on
do
warming
it
up.
extensively.
He just don't warm up like we do.
Yeah, but like once I touch the weights, like you said, the second I'm under the bar, the second I pick up a dumbbell, whatever, the second I touch that weight, it's time to go. The headphones go on and the music goes on the radio, and it's a wrap. We just move.
Yep. I mean, that's really all I got.
That's all I got.
That's all I got.
We're going to end it like that.
Yeah.
We treat this like a job. Don't do no dance. Don't do no songs. Just clock out, right?
Uh-huh.
That's it.
Peace.
Later.
Peace.